When it comes to Earth's mightiest superheroes in the DC Comics universe, two characters immediately come to mind, Shazam and Superman. While both have spectacular and quite similar powers like superhuman strength and invulnerability, there has to be one who has a slight edge over the other. So who wins in a Shazam vs. Superman all-out battle? Let's look at the details. Shazam and Superman have very similar powers, which is why their every battle in the comics was close. They both have superhuman strength, stamina, durability, reflexes, and additional superhuman powers. However, the source of their powers is different. Many people think that Superman's powers are an anomaly, something supernatural. But the source of his powers is pretty much natural for his kind because Kal-El is an extraterrestrial from Krypton. The source of his powers is his physiology. His planet was near a red sun, and all the Kryptonians had normal, human-like abilities. However, things changed when Superman came to Earth because it revolves around a yellow sun. His body is accustomed to the red sun's radiation, while the yellow sun charges his cells with energy, which he can manipulate and manifest into all of his superhuman abilities. Shazam's power comes from a different source. Billy Batson is just a kid, but when a wizard deems him to be pure of heart, he grants him the incredible powers of Shazam, or the magical powers of 6 gods, the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. Whenever Billy speaks the word Shazam, he turns into the invincible superhero, and when he says it again, he reverses back to being Billy. While Superman's powers come from his Kryptonian physiology, Shazam's comes from magic, which is ultimately one of Superman's weaknesses. When you add all 6 power sources, Shazam has a genius-level intellect and an eidetic memory. Hercules' self-sustenance allows him never to get tired while not needing food, water, or anything else to survive. Zeus gives him powerful electrokinesis, control and manipulation of electric energy, and other magic, like thermal blasts, size alteration, object summoning, etc. He can also fly, has superhuman reflexes, and his body is indestructible to the point that he has no weaknesses. On the other hand, Superman's Kryptonian physiology allows his cells to charge with our sun's solar energy, and he can expend that energy in many ways. Like Shazam, Superman can fly, travel incredibly fast, and has self-sustenance. They also have the courage, combat skills, and genius intellect in common. His other abilities include heat, X-ray, infrared, thermal, telescopic, microscopic, and electromagnetic vision. He can shoot energy beams from his eyes that can easily cut through anything. Superman can blow very strong winds and freeze an entire lake in a breath. But of course, his biggest strength is his strength. Superman has a slight advantage in this department in terms of potential power. When supercharged, all Superman's abilities get supercharged as well, making his power virtually limitless. There is a catch though, and that's their weaknesses. Shazam seemingly has no known weakness that can harm him. He's invulnerable to physical damage and mental attacks such as telepathy and also magic, as he can wield his own magic, too. Shazam also has self-sustenance, so he can survive even without air. However, all this doesn't matter if you can trick him into saying Shazam to revert to his human form. On the other hand, Superman is also invulnerable to telepathy and physical damage, but he has a few known weaknesses. First, Kal-El gets extremely weak around kryptonite. Second, as mentioned already, Superman charges with solar energy. Take the fight away from the yellow sun, and he has no more superpowers. He can get harmed with magic because his powers are physiological, not magical. Shazam's power source is magic, so that gives him an edge over Clark Kent. Superman will have a hard time harming him unless Shazam turns into a kid. So who would win? Virtually nobody else in the DC universe is portrayed to be as equal to Superman as Shazam. Their power level is the same, they have similar skills and abilities and moral high ground. The factor that sets them apart is the magic. Shazam can match Superman's powers even when they're charged and stronger than usual, but the Man of Steel has no answer for Shazam's magic. That's one of his vulnerabilities, and if anybody can exploit it, it's Shazam. Still, you can't disregard the angle that Superman might have as well. Billy Batson is a child, and although he was granted the wisdom of Solomon, he still thinks and acts like a child most of the time. Billy's still learning, which gives Superman the edge to outsmart him.